Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. And no, you're not having a deja vu moment. I am indeed reviewing the Ramon Allones by AJ Fernandez for the second time. There is a very good reason for that. I first reviewed it last July, and it was very good. It had just come out very recently before I reviewed it, not immediately before I reviewed it, but it hadn't been out that long. It received a very good score of 92. Nothing wrong with that. But the thing I noticed, I had a few more of them, and something just kept saying there's more to this cigar. It may wind up getting better with a little time. So I actually purchased a box of them in early December. Here we are in mid-February. So we're 2.5 months from when I purchased the box, and I don't know how long it had been sitting at the cigar shop. But what I was struck with is they get better and better and better with time. Now, as a cigar reviewer, it's probably something I should note to you that if a cigar shows worthiness of aging, and I hate that word, but aging, put a little more time in the humidor, you should know about it. This is one of them. And today I'm going to re-review it. The first review stands on its own. I have no problem with it. But I'm here to say I believe today's results will be a little different. Now, this is the Ramon Allones by AJ Fernandez. It is 6x52, comes in a cedar sleeve. These are not inexpensive. They typically are $260, $70 a box. There is your density. Now, if you have a little sleuth ability, you can find them for a better price online. But regardless, I feel it's my job to tell you about cigars, and in this case, about some that age well. So let's get right to it. The new, just last year, so it's within my realm of cigar reviews. I typically go this year and last year. Just so happens we're double dipping on this one. Ramon Allones by AJ Fernandez. Now, one thing before we start, it should be noted, and I believe I told you this in the first video, but General Cigar owns the name Ramon Allones, and they have contracted, as we know, AJ to make it. Well, in a deal made with General, or between General and AJ will not only make the cigars, he is the distributor of Ramon Allones. So he's pretty much everything. General owns the name, but AJ makes it and distributes it. Somebody has a lot of faith in this cigar. It comes in 4 sizes. And of course, today is the Toro 6x52. You got a Robusto, Torpedo, Toro, and Churchill. I personally like this size. Now, we've got this sleeve here we've got to negotiate, which should be absolutely no problem. And as you can see, it slides right off. And everybody likes the way those cedar sleeves smell. I guess you could actually use this as part of the lighting technique, but I wouldn't suggest it because of the tape on the side. But this is a dense feeling cigar too. The ones I've had here recently, they smoke so long. You know, a 6-inch cigar, you might get an hour. You would typically get about an hour and 15 minutes. I believe we'll probably get more than that. It just smokes, it burns slowly. And that Habana Oscuro wrapper is just so dark. It's really a good looking cigar. Even the band, which you cannot smoke, is really classy looking. I like it. It's really cool. Of course, AJ's got to have his name right there prominently displayed. He's proud of his cigars, and I would say he should be. Oh, yeah. Don't need my perfect draw for this one, but if you don't have one of those, you better get it. You're going to need it more than you think. There's what we took off. Nothing crazy. Good draw. Your first flavors are just a little of everything that you like. Definitely a little of everything I like. A nice, sweet, tangy, juicy orange citrus. It's just really rich, juicy. Leather, a fresh, new leather, very clean leather. Lots of nutmeg and black coffee with some brown sugar also on the front end. Black pepper at 8.5. It's a lot of black pepper. So you've got a good start. It's just super sweet, super peppery, leathery, coffee, nutmeg, all the nice things. Accents of brown sugar. Good start. Good start. Well, we're here at the first third, burning pretty evenly. Got a pretty good time so far, 28 minutes. I think I left out one little flavor is cinnamon. There's a nice cinnamon kick. You know, you get a little tingly cinnamon in there. But the flavors are just like I described initially. Those flavors are there. What you have now, though, is the citrus, nutmeg, and leather basically form almost a liquid. And they're mixed evenly, and they're extremely tasty. It's the proper amount of each one. The brown sugar adds sweetness to it. The cinnamon adds tingliness. And the black coffee base is modest, but it is another darker note. The cigar is quasi dark. The thing that keeps it from being dark solely is that extreme sweetness from the brown sugar, citrus, and I'll throw cinnamon in there too. The finish has just the smallest amount of citrus sweetness and nutmeg with dashes of leather and some decent lingering black pepper. It's medium to full bodied right now. But the cigar is it's hard to describe how good these flavors are, but they mix in a almost, dare I say, perfect percentage of each. It is extremely tasty. Now, it's hard to believe, but it's true that with just a little bit of time, they can go from one very good cigar to this. This is amazing. I mean, I could easily smoke this every day if I could afford it. For the first third, I am going to be conservative. because I'm so overwhelmed with how good this cigar has gotten. I'm starting the scoring at 96, and that's a conservative score. But they're just great. Second and third will tell the story, but basically first impression, first third, 96. When I'm finished with the second third, still burning nice and evenly, and you got a nice burn time going as I thought you would. The cigar is full bodied now. The citrus is now more of a nice sweet cedar, and it's getting a little extra sweetness from a little caramel. The brown sugar has become more liquid. It's more of a caramel flavor. Still plenty of nutmeg and leather, and the coffee has risen to even out. Well, before it lagged a little bit. It's everything is balanced. The finish is by and large unchanged. Maybe a little more lingering black pepper. The black pepper remains very good on the front end. It has toned down from the 8.5 it started at to more of like a 7.5 now. It's not overly peppery, and you don't notice the pepper more than anything else, but it's plenty there. The cigar remains just exquisite. It's just has just about everything I could want in a cigar. It's very good. The second third is not changing at all. So score wise, it is still a solid 96. In this day and time where people say that scores are too high, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 fine, well, and good. But when something impresses me this much, I'm going to score it where it should be, 96 for the second third. Well, we're down to the end, so let's wrap it up. This final third segment is going to be very short. I don't think anything much has changed. The cigar is still good. It's very full bodied, though. Make a note of that. Everything mixes so well in this cigar. It a little bit of time really helped it. It's just it has everything that I like in a cigar. It has very good flavors. A mix of sweet, nutmeg, leather, coffee, power, pepper. As I said when I started the first third score, I'm going to be conservative because you've got to have room to move up if there's something comes along. But it's hard to think that this year something's going to have to be extraordinary to beat this. The final third, I'm keeping it at 96. So your overall score is very simply put 96. Fantastic cigar. It only gets better with more time in the humidor. So there you have it. The Ramon Allones Toro by AJ Fernandez. 96.